Chapter 64. Alchemist Guild. Next morning, everything was silent, but a ray of light appeared on the eastern horizon, carefully infiltrating the light blue sky, and a new day gradually moved from afar. Nietian woke up very early, but he slept well. Because in the original Chaos Coffin, he has 10 times more time than others. Pushing the door open, a gust of fresh air rushed in. With wisps of golden light, the sun slowly emerged. Nietian took a deep breath and immediately felt refreshed. Nietian quietly enjoyed the morning scenery for an hour, feeling much calmer. Martial artist cultivation requires not only self-cultivation but also heart cultivation. Only with a firm heart in martial arts can a warrior go further. After a while, the servants of the Jin mansion brought breakfast. Nietian was stunned. Jean de Bao ordered a meal that was the same as yesterday's yupenju. This time, there were dozens of servants just delivering the food. Nyayuro just got up from bed, and seeing a table full of delicious food, she was so happy. Xiaomi also ate a delicious meal of xuanyu taiju, which was much more delicious than ordinary refined iron or bamboo. Brother Nietian, the router is full. Nyayuro hugged Xiaoguai after eating, looking contented. Nietian shook his head and smiled. Such a large table of dishes, 2 people can eat, it's no wonder they don't get full. After eating, Nietian was going to go to the Alchemy Association to get an alchemy badge. Before he went out, Jean de Bao's figure appeared. Fatty, thank you for your food, don't waste it like this next time. You just said it casually yesterday. Nietian smiled lightly. He has never been an extravagant person. Jean de Bao chuckled and said, just this time, if little sister Yuro eats like this every day, Yupinju will suffer a lot. Nyayuro pursed her lips and said, Brother Nietian, can Rauta not eat like this in the future? Of course, you can't eat like this, otherwise you'll get too fat and you won't be able to get married when you grow up. Nietian nodded and smiled. Okay, Rauta will eat less in the future. If she eats too much, she won't be able to be Brother Nietian's wife. Nyayuro nodded seriously. Nietian was speechless and could only shake his head and smile. Boss, Uncle Chioshan took Linger to find Dean Chi. What are you going to do today? Why don't you also go to Baiyun College? Jean de Bao also thought that Nietian was here to enroll in Baiyun College, so he asked. Nietian said, I want to go to the Alchemist Guild to do some business and buy some medicinal materials. Okay. Jean de Bao knew that Nietian was an alchemist, so he agreed immediately, and said with a chuckle, I'm a VIP member of the Alchemist Guild. Boss can buy whatever medicine he wants. Nietian was also polite and nodded slightly. This time, he mainly bought some medicinal materials for dredging the blood vessels, used to treat Chioshan, and bought some medicinal materials to promote cultivation by the way. Nietian didn't want to buy the elixir directly, he liked to use the elixir he refined. The Alchemist Guild is a super giant organization. It has a long history and existed in the Middle Ages. The Alchemist Guild gathered almost all alchemists, and it was a powerful organization formed by alchemists. The headquarters of the Alchemist Guild is in the Heaven Realm, and Nietian was one of the 7 elders of the Heaven Realm Alchemist Guild in his previous life. The original purpose of the establishment of the Alchemist Guild was to protect the alchemists because the alchemists are all strange things with strong mental power and low combat effectiveness. Today, the Alchemy Association has become one of the most powerful forces in the heavens. Even Emperor Chen'an, who killed Nietian, did not dare to offend the Heaven Realm Alchemist Guild at will. Alchemist Guild. Looking at the strange building in front of him, Nietian smiled faintly. This is the Alchemist Guild, a spherical building with brilliant glaze, which looks extremely dazzling, crystal clear, like a huge panacea. In any place, the Alchemist Guild is the most magnificent place, which is determined by the noble status of the alchemist. The Alchemist Guild of Blue Cloud Empire is only a 3rd-class alchemist guild, belonging to the lowest alchemist guild. Welcome VIP! Just as Nietian and the others stepped in, a pleasant voice rang out, and Xiaolu, a waitress with revealing clothes and a sultry figure, appeared. Seeing Jean de Bao, Xiaolu's face was full of peach blossoms, and Jiao Didi said, "Master Jean, what can I do for you?" Jean de Bao is a diamond guest of the Alchemist Guild. He often visits the Alchemist Guild, and he is generous every time. Most of the waiters know him. Jean de Bao stared at the almost exaggerated fullness of Xiaolu's chest with his small eyes, and couldn't help swallowing a few times. Yet Tian couldn't help shaking his head speechlessly. The Xiaolu in front of her was fair and beautiful, with a hot figure, 2 dimples on her cheeks, and a pure and pleasant smile. She was indeed a beautiful woman. But compared with Imorushi and Qiulinger, it's still a bit worse. Cough. Jean de Bao realized that he had lost his composure, quickly coughed twice, and said, "Well, we need to buy some medicinal materials." Xiaolu smiled sweetly and said, "What medicinal materials does young Master Jean need?" She kept her eyes on Jean de Bao and never looked at Nie Tian from the beginning to the end. In her eyes, Nie Tian should be Jean de Bao's little follower. "Boss, what medicinal materials do we want?" Jean de Bao looked at Nie Tian. "Boss?" Xiaolu was taken aback for a moment. She didn't expect that the young man in front of her was Jean de Bao's boss, and it seemed that Jean de Bao was the little follower. She smiled charmingly. Her attitude changed immediately, and she said, "Sir, what do you need?" Nie Tian didn't say much, just took out a list, and said indifferently, "I want 10 copies of the above medicinal materials. All the medicinal materials must be fresh and picked up within 3 days. Wait for you to bring them here. I will check it out for yourself." "Sir, are you sure you want so many herbs?" Xiaolu took the list, looked at it, and was quite surprised. There were at least 100 kinds of herbs on the list, and Nie Tian wanted 10 more. "Yeah." Nie Tian nodded lightly. "Hurry up and get the medicinal materials. Aren't you afraid Ben Xiao won't be able to pay?" Jean de Bao said impatiently. "Okay." Xiaolu hurriedly said respectfully, "Just a moment." Judging from Nie Tian's tone of voice, he was an alchemist. No wonder Jean de Bao was so respectful in front of him. "Brother Nie Tian, what are these? Why doesn't Rada know you?" As soon as Xiaolu left, Nie Yuro immediately started the 100,000 wise mode. Nie Tian shook his head helplessly while explaining carefully. The medicinal materials displayed in the Alchemist Guild Hall are all the most basic medicinal materials, and Nie Tianguang can know detailed information about all medicinal materials with his nose. Jean de Bao was dumbfounded. He didn't expect Nie Tian knew so much about medicinal materials. "Brother Nie Tian, this thing looks so strange." Nie Yuro hugged Xiaoguai, walked up to a weird beard-shaped medicinal material, and asked strangely, "Huh?" Nie Tian was stunned for a moment, and then he was pleasantly surprised. "It's Xilongsu." Xilongsu is a 7th-grade medicinal material, not to mention the Blue Cloud Empire. Even in the heavens, it is not common. "Fatty, I want this medicine." Nie Tian didn't have time to explain to Nie Yuro, so he said directly to Jean de Bao, "I'm sorry, this is an exhibition of medicinal materials, for viewing only, not for sale." Before Jean de Bao could answer, a cold voice suddenly sounded behind him. Nie Tianxia turned around consciously, and behind him stood a young man in his early 20s, with deep disdain in the corners of his eyes, and a kind of supercilious arrogance on his face.